Take it away.
Just let her fly. Don't say anything that first one.
Nothing.
Nothing. Say literally nothing.
All right, welcome everybody to Superman 64, the best game that you've ever seen. And it's the definitive version of SM64. This is the better one.
No doubt.
All right, we good?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you guys want to count it down?
All right. Yeah, go for it.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. And then all three.
Yeah, sure.
All right, 3,
2.
1,
Go.
Woo!
In a short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
All right, so yeah, so this is Superman.
Then there's no time to waste.
Yep,
Yep.
enjoy. All right, that's first level down. All right, so you get no time to know this, but you got to pick up these 2 cars in like 5 seconds and get them off. If you don't do it, you fail the mission. Now, right here, she drops the car. She's going to go out of bounds because you're not supposed to be in this animation and get out of bounds. This actually reduces lag because we're rolling deep over here, and that car's rolling deeper.
A lot of this game, you'll be flying around. You follow this compass that is a little off-center, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, you really want to go more right to it. So you might be wondering.
Pay really close attention to where the compass is pointing when she gets really close to the Superman symbol. It's the true hero of this speedrun.
Oh, man. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Wait for it.
Completely off mark.
All right, so this is the hardest part of the run. She has to pick up this car. Hey!
So it may look like it's really easy, but it's actually extremely dumb. This
You get
car.
there's like a window of a quarter second you have to get that car in time before you just fail the mission and have to redo the entire flying segment.
So there is grab RNG in this game. There's no grab button. There's 14 buttons on the N64 controller. She just runs her face into it and hopes she's going to pick up the car. And if she doesn't, she's probably failing it and go back to the start. Oh, let's see how long this takes. Oh, we're getting the God set up here. Oh, punch him. Oh! That was the best it's been all week.
Yeah, the best you can really hope for these sorts of segments is that you actually end up convincing the shadows to shoot each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really good. If it's like perfect, you just dive bomb into it and they just explode. Some of them killing each other. It is what it is. So you might be wondering what is happening in these flying segments. These are supposed to actually be the ring segments. Yeah, so she's actually playing it on easy mode, which means we don't have to do the rings, which might seem like, oh, it's kind of lame. That removes a literal hour from the run, not having to fly through the rings. There are segments of the rings that take literally over 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You have been spared from an hour of rings.
And instead, you get this beautiful display of how you get rid of twisters.
There are like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, all right. She showed off one of the 3 power-ups in this game, the ice breath or whatever. Yeah, that's of the other 2 powers. We're gonna get one of them at the very end of the game for 1 usage.
So you mentioned there's no rings, correct?
There's absolutely no rings.
Absolutely none.
Except for, thank you for keeping me on my toes right here. So the structure of this game is that there are going to be 7 main missions that she's gonna have to do. Also, water. Yo, there's 1 ring in the game right there. Okay.
There's your ring, everybody.
All right, so this might not surprise you. You can go out of bounds in this video game.
This is a very finely crafted video game. There's no problems whatsoever. This is intended.
Yeah, this level's actually really long and really obnoxious. If this is sort of your first level, you finally get to your first mission in this game, and it has you sort of run all around, and then you fight a boss that's really too hard for her own good, and then you finally get to this room. We just skip straight to this room.
Instead of defusing bombs, we just, freeze them. That just makes it easier, right?
Yeah, right.
It can't explode through
Pretty
ice.
inactive at that point. So the way you clip out of bounds, for the most part, it's not that hard. Don't worry.
I actually had a little experience learning
Yeah,
the
that
first.
was good. One mission down. Yeah.
I learned the first mission while learning this run with Headstrong in the beginning. And those clips, if you don't know what you're doing, they actually can be really weird because you have to know where to fly. And if you fly too early or fly too late and drop, you'll end up clipping back in and getting stuck.
Yeah, it's really strange with the occlusion in this game because when you're out of bounds, you pretty much can't see anything for the most part. And so you'll end up flying in one direction, unaware that you're completely off the mark.
All right, so yeah, we got these mine droppers right here. Grab RNG, baby.
There it is.
Could have just made a button. She wants to make sure she sends the last one into it. Yeah, it was good. Always, whenever you want to clap, go for it. We're just applauding the video game. She wanted to make sure she threw that last mine dropper into the wall because as soon as it explodes, that's when you screen transition.
Ooh,
All right.
This is the good one.
So this is one of the 3 total children in Metropolis World right here. We need to save them. We're just going to clear out these enemies. The lore of this game is that DC stepped in. They were like, we don't want Superman to kill actual bad guys or anything. So we're gonna put him in the virtual world right here. That was a rocket. The shouts to the sound effects.
Also,
The
you
rockets
see-
are real, but the people aren't.
Yeah. You see this fog they have going on here? That's not because they got lazy and didn't want to do draw distance. That's actually kryptonite.
Kryptonite.
And that is the lore of the story. He can't
But
use his
also
powers.
because of the draw distance.
He can't use his powers because of the kryptonite fog. There you go.
So you might be thinking, why isn't it? Superman is not the threat to these AI. It is just the little boy that comes by. They'll attack him, but not Superman.
So we can go for a little swim. Look at him go.
Just, I am down. You know what?
Also, this kid, look at his skateboarding skills, man. All pump, no action.
They didn't give him another animation. It's just walk, kid. Do you have a donation you want to read? You could probably read it during this segment.
We've got a few of them. $20 from Santendo saying, "Whoosh! Good luck, Headstrong." And $15 from Burnt Pork 4. One of a few people whose minds have been blown. Superman 64 with no rings. Oh gosh.
Trust me, you'll be grateful.
Oh,
You're gonna get enough. All right, so again, yeah, this would have been all rings. You want to go ahead and read one more donation? Go for it.
Absolutely. We've got $100 from Klaus Live saying, "Oh yes, Superman 64, only the best from our Headstrong. No greater joy do I have than hearing the endless whoosh of Soups doing his part to fight cancer. Oh, also, where's my golden wallet? Good luck, Headstrong. Whoosh." Oh yeah, another $100 for Lobotomy Chicken.
So that actually was really lucky. That first one there, if you don't get the grab on it, it actually makes it a lot harder to find the other 2 miners, and you actually have to end up looking for it. It could be about 40-second time loss.
Yeah, it's in general she can predict where all of them are. Just they have the same flight patterns, but again, grab RNG. So if she misses one of them, that can throw off all these missions quite a bit. If we're ever in just a flying segment, if you just want to read some donations.
No problem. We got $100 from Chris F saying, "Bring on the awful video games." They might have been brought already. $64 from Lieutenant Meowser saying, "Good luck, Headstrong. Have a super run."
Oh my God. This is
So
perfect.
the game can do this. If
Yeah,
the
this
camera
happens.
gets broken.
It's trying to catch up to...
And the camera can't keep up. Oh my God.
I'm super glad that happened for the marathon. That's really rare that it goes that far out.
GDQ has never lowered their standards for what to clap for.
So in the meantime, while we're flying here, why don't we introduce the couch?
Oh, sure. I'm Spike Vegeta.
It's Casa,
I'm Author Blues.
and we're here for this enjoyable, oh look, it's a ring, adventure here for you guys.
Hey, mission 2.
All right, so this is the second main mission. So I've never played this. I don't know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go all around this building, get all this stuff, and you eventually get to this locked door.
You got to unlock it. No, you have to unlock it first.
You can't just walk into the door. What are you doing?
You have to unlock.
Come on. You can do it.
Keep getting
You
shot.
can, yeah!
It was unlocked all this time.
Maybe the key was inside all of us all along.
Oh my.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of mission 2.
Oh.
Just gonna get some documents here.
Yeah.
I don't know what they say.
And then we're just gonna take a healthy walk out, right?
Yeah, just a little.
Then there's no time to waste.
All right.
I think the most important thing about this game is that every single one of these flying sections starts with him completely immobile, standing still, saying there's no time to waste.
He's a speedrunner, dude. He knows you gotta go.
He is in no hurry.
Oh, I missed him.
So this mission's now gonna suck. This is the number one she didn't want to miss it on because, yeah, there's gonna be that guy, these 2 dudes on the ground, and then 2 more miners. Now she's just gonna have to look around and use her best judgment to try to find these 2. Oh, all right, one was kind of nice to us. We got good grab RNG. Oh, I believe it's gonna be right about.
Should be here.
Right about.
Yeah.
There we go.
So the good thing is, like, we caught the first one pretty well quickly on, so it didn't really throw us off too much, but it can definitely troll you.
Yo, we got any donations?
Plenty of them. $25 from Shining Dragoon saying, time to settle in for an awful block, starting with objectively best 64 game ever made.
So right off the bat, this game is establishing how varied its enemy selection really is. Tornadoes are back, ladies and gentlemen.
What's great with this one is there's all these dark shadows shooting rockets at you. We don't care about them. We only care about these tornadoes. They can shoot the people. I don't care. I just need to get rid of the tornadoes.
Yeah! All right. Oh! So while she's doing this, she's getting rid of these guys. This is the hardest part of the mission, is moving this stupid box. Yeah. Oh, that went flying. Once again, they don't care about Superman. He is not the threat here.
I want to think that Headstrong punched that box just for me.
I did.
So, this guy, just clearing that path.
Oh, he got stuck. No.
Oh, no.
It's time
Fine.
The sound effect of the punch is so good.
So now basically we have to wait for this lady to actually get to her her destination. So we're gonna clip into this building and just watch from here.
Just real casual.
Funny thing is, like, you know how we can push the enemies, correct? If you actually try and touch this woman, you fail the mission.
That's a
Do
good.
not let your-
That's a good lesson for life.
That's a good life lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Remember.
If you touch the lady, you fail the mission.
You might have also noticed on that last mini mission beforehand that was supposed to be rings. The symbol was right above you, like it was like a 2-second mini mission.
Yeah, that was like 2.5 minutes worth of rings. Or
Were the
something.
rings that we didn't have to do. So they just make you go in a big old circle. All right, so these are the 2 other children that live in fake Metropolis here. You don't have to actually kill all these enemies, but she's gonna go ahead and do it.
If I were them, I just wouldn't skate near the tornadoes. But
I don't think they're actually quite smart. I mean, look at their technique in skateboarding.
it's true.
Yeah, one of them can be a little stupid and just take a long path. So this is a level where you can just lose some time for no reason. So with that, while we're waiting for these 2 kids to find their way home, we can go ahead and keep those donations rolling.
Well, just in time, we have a $50 anonymous donation saying donating $50 to buy the kid in Superman 64 skateboard lessons. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
That is an interesting position he's in right now.
Oh, I first saw this. I looked away, looked back, and Headstrong was like, "Hey, look at this." I thought Headstrong broke the game and that they soft locked. I was so confused.
Nah, pretty sure in pretty casual play, you're gonna find some of these out of bounds.
There's also
Come
like
on,
a random
kids.
wall here.
Come on, kids. You can do it.
We've got time. Let's talk about that legendary soundtrack.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this... Yeah, Author Blues, which track is your favorite? This one or the other one on the title screen?
I'm a big fan of the.
I love being in that. There it is. Yeah, for some reason it's like a 35, 37-second loop of this song, and every now and then you'll just hear this random boop, 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 boop. Like you're being chased by a missile.
All right, now as quick as Mission 2 was, this one might be even faster. So we clip out of bounds off that glass. So we're actually flying over here. We're just gonna go straight to this one room with this mini boss in it. This dude right here. You see he's putting up quite the fight.
This makes me so mad. This makes me so mad to watch. Because of having recently played this casually, this makes me so angry.
So what's actually supposed to happen in the mission?
Yeah, there's like 20 minutes worth of mission that leads up to that BS fight against that guy that will level you instantly. And then after that, there's an impossible escape sequence after that. But because Headstrong goes directly to that boss, way out of sequence, he doesn't put up a fight, and somehow killing him just ends it instantly. I am so mad.
It's okay, friend.
We've got $50 from Jay Gabriel saying those shadow guys in Superman 64 make the most hilarious noises. Hwah! Gwah!
That's pretty good. Should go into voice acting. Of those 4 guys, usually only the third one will fire the rockets. It's a little problematic. If you get hit, it's going to waste a few frames.
I've only ever seen one of the other guys shoot once.
No, the first guy actually shot a rocket there. I think it's the first time it's ever done it.
Yeah, it's really rare for the first guy to shoot anything.
They have pistols and they have rockets. The pistols do pistol damage. The rockets do rocket damage. All right, so again, they get real creative and they vary up the enemies a lot in this game.
Oh, I missed
So we
it.
get 3 more of these miners.
$75 from JT3 saying, I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. Who knew watching Superman 64 could be so fun?
Yeah. I also love how the game still gives you the same time limits. Like right up here, we got about 3.5 minutes left to find just the Superman symbol. They give you the same thing as if you're still trying to go through all the rings. So you'll have somewhere it'll be like, you got 8 minutes to get across the map. All right, so this is a really interesting mission because you got to beat these 4 guys who have these hostages. She needs to be really careful to not touch that plane because if you hit it, it will actually make you fly really high up in the air, and then you're usually not going to get back down in time.
You also don't want the enemies to touch the plane because they will do the same thing.
They'll do the same thing and shoot straight up in the air. And usually it'll cause the hostage to get shot or something. And you want to make sure, once again, you don't come in contact with the hostage or you fail the mission. So.
The weird thing about that plane is you would think that it would have only taken 10 seconds worth of playtesting to realize that problem, but
Anywhere in the ballpark of the plane.
I don't think there was any playtesting in this
that's
game.
not a commentary on the playtesting in general. It's just so consistent how bad that plane interacts with Superman.
Oh my God.
We've got $150 from Harrow saying, I somehow fought through the green fog to use my super donation power. Leg dog is best dog.
We appreciate you getting through the kryptonite.
Yo, this is the only mine dropper that actively tries to run away from you.
Yeah, he looked like he was making a break for it.
The rest of them are just chilling.
I like the one before this one where they're just kind of slowly going up.
Right. Also, again, this isn't fog, ladies and gentlemen. This is kryptonite. That is apparently the lore of this, which I love how it doesn't kill Superman. It just slightly inconveniences him.
I didn't know there was a thing right there. Apparently I was at the top of the world.
So we just entered the Daily Planet. In reality, we're just going to its very futuristic-looking parking garage.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing, other than going out of bounds, the first trigger we need to hit here is we need to go find this boy. He's going to give us the trigger for something else. needless to say, we're flying out of bounds. I didn't actually explain it yet, but the basic way to get out of bounds in most instances in this game is that you put Superman either in a, like you kind of wedge him in a spot where the game thinks, oh.
There's some
That
legendary
scared
voice
me. I
acting.
forgot that was coming up.
Legendary voice acting, 10 out of 10. Paid like thousands for that.
Is you either put him in a place where Superman should not be able to fly, and you fly, pushing you out of bounds, or you put him in a place where he's not supposed to land and land him out of bounds. Just either one of those, simple enough, you're out of there. So now that she hit the trigger for that, she's gonna go get this key card, which is hidden. God, the graphics, man.
Hey, Spike, where would you keep a key card?
I would naturally put it just underneath my car.
Underneath your car? Perfect. No one will find it there.
I am so angry she got good punch RNG. So there is punch RNG in this game. Superman will do one of 4 types of punches, an uppercut or like a Superman punch down or whatever you want to call it. Those will be good and actually move the car. If she does either of the side swipes, it doesn't hit the car.
Actually, during practice, just before this,
Yes.
Headstrong used the side punch and actually moved the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it moved the car.
I missed with an uppercut and it hit with the side punch.
Okay, I don't know how this game works. Whatever.
I've never seen it before. Can you talk to me?
All right, so we're trying to trigger this text box.
There you go.
All right.
And he's apparently going to walk through the wall because there's no other exit.
So the next thing we have to do here is we need to go turn off this bomb. I don't know how you're supposed to open this door coming up. We're gonna find some other. That's a tank, by the way. This is a super laggy section. There was just too much going on in this video game for it right here. There's walls. There is an enemy and a gunshot.
Really pushing the hardware to its limits.
Oh, yeah.
There's all these sound effects. Oh. So once again, right here, there's basically just a weird pixel that she's trying to get up against, and we're through. That is kryptonite. She doesn't actually have to freeze that, but it will slowly poison Superman and kill him. And it is
It's
pretty
just
finicky.
much safer
Yes.
to just go ahead and freeze it.
Yeah, and you know, everything that gets encased in ice can't do anything anymore. It doesn't exist.
That kid clipped through a lot faster than we did. All right, and now that we have taken care of that problem, this is Darkseid. Again, grab RNG. Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
hope he's still
What
there.
is happening?
Okay, we are trying. Okay,
He's there,
please
we're
don't
good.
despawn. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, this is a big moment in the run.
This is off of the ceiling.
Oh. Okay.
So this is actually a perfect moment to talk about that. We have no iframes, and that's why those gunshots kept getting
I'm
us.
stuck on him. I'm
Oh.
just gonna kill this guy real quick.
All right, take him out.
Because he already killed his friend for me.
All right, Darkseid. All right.
All right.
So by picking him up before his text,
We're good.
we
Calm
actually
Calm down,
don't want to
Superman.
clip yet.
Calm down, Superman.
So by grabbing him before his text box starts, he doesn't put up a fight here. So instead, scoosh. We're going to bring him to the cops. We're going to bring him to justice. And we're going to put him in the corner and then start punching him there. Because then just on the recoil, he's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to
I
put
was
him here.
waiting for you, Superman.
So, yeah. Casa, what was...
Then there's no time to waste.
Casa, you remembered the line. What did he say once they got to that corner?
So once they got to the corner, that's actually what's supposed to happen when you meet him. He's like says, "I was waiting for you, Superman." He was waiting for us to drop him in the corner and punch him one time.
All right, so we're going to blow these 2 tornadoes real quick. Yeah, that's a mission title if I've ever heard it.
Man, you know these tornadoes are kind of slow.
Yeah, so right here, so you guys might not have noticed, we've been playing this game in 80% resolution, which reduces lag over doing it in full screen. However, you can put it at this.
This is the purest Superman 64 experience.
I always wanted to play a video game in 144p.
So now she's showing you it here because that reduces an incredible amount of lag. Look at these tornadoes now. Whoosh, dead. So if you are doing an optimal speed run of Superman 64, you play in this the whole run.
Except for one part.
Except for one single part. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. So, don't worry, we're just gonna show off one more instance of this, and then we'll put it back. We decided to spare you guys. Man, all right, we're just gonna go blow these 3 tornadoes. That's what it said. Then we'll put it right back. I believe, Headstrong, you said you run it normally. You run Superman mode, which is the full-length category of this, in 60%?
Yeah, I run Superman mode in 60%, easy mode in 20%.
Yeah, I think you said the doing the rings at 20% is just too brutal.
You pretty much have to memorize where every single ring is. You can barely see them.
I just
I
love
will
that.
never get enough of
This game is so legendary.
Is it a weird experience for you to be playing this at this resolution?
Yes. 80% is just way too big.
We got a few more donations. We can crank them out right here.
We've got $100 from Gogo DeSica saying, then there's no time to waste. Swoosh! We've got $15 from Sonic Shadow Silver 2 saying, hey, Headstrong, good luck and have fun with the real SM64 run.
Yo, thanks,
Thank
Sonic.
you, Sonic.
I can't believe so many people complain about SM64 not being in this marathon. We got it right here.
Then there's no time to waste.
All right, so this, okay, 5th main mission. This clip right here actually cannot be done on 20% resolution. So it's the only time in the run where you just straight up have to switch it over. It's barely possible on 40%, so here at 80, the more resolution you have, the higher percentage, the more lag there's going to be. So this game needs a little bit of lag to help it out.
So Headstrong just skipped basically 2 pieces of this mission by going straight into that little corridor. And now at the end of this, let's just go ahead and skip the rest of it.
Oh my.
So she's doing a little bit of a safety strat here, actually. Normally, she could just, like, go up where the scientist is, kind of up through the ground, but not fully clip in. But if he interacts with you, he can push you back up fully in bounds, which would actually soft lock herself. So she's going to avoid that. Instead, find another way to get out of bounds right here. As you see, it's not too much, so she doesn't have to worry.
Also, this guy at the beginning here, he was chilling with you when you got here, but now that you want to touch these computers, he's not okay with that.
Yo, nice. We actually got the guns.
I like Superman just popping his head out of the ground.
Yeah,
like,
just boop, boop, going right back down. Don't mind me. There's like 4 sound effects in this game. That was just an explosion sound.
You got explosion, you got punch, you got for a walking cycle.
What did you? Where did the rockets come from?
All right, so this is where the any percent part of this comes in. So normally you can't go past this little thing here for easy mode. It tells you to go play on normal mode. But if you do that and go to last game prior to going to right here, the game will just bring you into a new game. So this category was actually completely found as of like this last week.
Yeah, I think it was the last stream you had before you left.
Yeah.
Before you came to HDQ.
I accidentally did this correctly. Apparently you have to flash the screen twice before you switch it to normal mode, and then it lets you play mission 6.
And what's nice is that, as riveting as those mini missions were, it skips us right to the main missions right here. So, yeah. So doesn't this look like? Just clap for the speed. We are truly. This is pure speed running right here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Author, you played this game casually, unlike me. What do you normally do here?
well, you normally would only have to do what Headstrong's actually doing, but this game doesn't really explain it to you. As you're going through the tunnels, you see these hostages kept on the sides. You see all these side tunnels, and everything points you in the direction of thinking that you have to save them. But Headstrong's not going to, and you actually don't need to. It's honestly just a huge waste of time because you're probably going to take more damage than you save for going and rescuing all of those people. They can stay where they are for all I care.
Yeah. This one here is a very tight cycle. Unfortunately, we didn't make it, but you can actually squeeze past there.
It's I know Headstrong said this is really, really hard to grab that cycle, even on 20% resolution, even with all the lag gone. So, but, worth pointing out.
Actually, isn't it a lot harder with no lag?
It's actually easier with lag.
Oh, I made that up. Watch this. Cool.
Yeah, so this mission just boils down to fly to one end of the tunnel, fly back to the start of the tunnel, and then the end. So,
She's going around getting these different triggers. We have a great piece of voice acting coming up here pretty soon. Everyone give us some serious time.
And we're actually not going to help him. Bye.
Don't know where he came from because we're not helping him.
Also, if you notice, all the trains are gone.
Oh, I hadn't actually noticed that before.
yeah, this isn't a sequence break or anything.
It just happened.
Headstrong didn't skip anything. We didn't go out of bounds to get to where we are now. The whole level is literally one end of the tunnel, go back, and then beat this guy up.
Also, shout-outs to this cutscene direction right here.
Perfect. 10 out of 10. Game of the year.
And with that, we beat Mission 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so once again, we're gonna just do that weird, like, flash the screen again, and then we'll change the mode, and then it'll work.
Yeah, for whatever reason, she just can't do it the first time. It won't let it happen. But if she tries it 2 times, the game puts up no fight. So this is a way for us to trick it into thinking you've played all the way into Superman mode.
In short time, your
All the
fate
way
will
to
be
this final
sealed,
mission, which
Superman.
would be exclusive to this
looks
highest
like a job
difficulty.
for Superman.
On a very serious note, this is actually the hardest clip in the game right here. She has a little bit of a visual cue on the left side of the screen, and she got it first try, actually. It is also, I mean, just worth noting, as you can see, most of Out of Bounds is just a big dark void, so she does have to go off
I
a very
clicked.
literal, ooh.
So we actually were looking around into things because of that. There is a way to get out of this if this happens.
Yeah.
So it was actually found like a couple days ago.
Yeah, so we're doing a little bit of a section that we normally wouldn't have to. Gonna turn on these teleporters here. Normally we just kind of lift up through the ground like we did, go pew, and leave out again.
Hopefully I remember how to do this.
I think what it was is we went to the left of this thing here. Oh, it's this one.
Yep.
Up against this tube of some sort.
There you go.
We're back out, ladies and gentlemen.
I was thinking of a completely different backup.
Yes. Now, Mission 7, I mean, we've been making fun of it. Like, this is definitely the most complicated of all the missions that we have to do. So there are all these little parts of whatever that we're picking up. There's 12 of the parts. The game only, for some reason, once you get 8 of them, it's like, yeah, okay, that's enough. It keeps saying, like, so-and-so parts remaining. We're going to get down to 4 parts remaining, and then it doesn't care. Another random thing we have to do, so there are 10 pieces remaining. Again, I don't know what they're pieces of, but we get them. We have to also break these teleporters with these random canisters on the ground to cause these crab enemies to not keep coming out. That's not a safety. It's just something the game actually requires you to do, another just kind of arbitrary thing.
There's a lot going on in this mission that is not explained to you, and you just kind of have to feel it out until you get there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the mission that if people ever actually got here, tend to, like, just stop.
Yeah, that was my experience. This is the only mission in the game I haven't beaten, and I honestly have no urge to fix that.
Sorry, Proton John didn't either.
Alright, so coming up here, so we got 8 pieces remaining. This will allow us to take this teleporter coming up. Those big guys might be a problem here pretty soon. Also, shouts to the little tanks in this level. They are adorable.
They're my favorite enemy.
No shouts to this guy.
He doesn't like me.
He punched you right in the ear, dude.
Usually he just gives you a nice little hug. Today he did not feel like it. He was mad.
God, they are
No, I don't want the
adorable.
tank.
So that's grab RNG right there. Again, they couldn't be bothered to put grab on a button.
There's not enough buttons, obviously.
I guess not on the N64's controller. So again, this guy likes
This
to get
song
in
is
the way
a
lot.
banger.
It actually is. I think Are there 3 tracks in this game, actually?
I guess there's a third one. This song is a
Yeah, this
banger.
one's a little different.
Oh, okay. I'll put this on my playlist.
This is the second teleport, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. So, coming up here, yeah, this will be the last piece that she's going to have to grab.
Now we get to play Rock'em Sock'em Crabs.
Yeah, so the crabs have no lag, but Superman does. So you just got to hope you win out in the lag department.
Nice. Grab this for safety.
Yeah. Now, this is also great. After this text box, the only way to end this mission is by rubbing yourself up against this thing. If you don't, it just doesn't advance. And this right here, so the game never explains to you why this is the thing. Got 1800 on screen. There's 2 RNGs. You can either get 1800 or 2200. You need to get it to 2000, which you get by running into these random teleporters, which will either increase or decrease the numbers by 25 or 50. So put it back to 1800 right there. You just got to know which ones do which.
Yeah.
And again, they do not explain it to you.
And the crabs in here, they can potentially one-shot you.
Yeah.
Sworn it was this one.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, it is that one.
You know, these teleporters so far are being pretty nice to you. Did that one
Yes.
jump up in the air?
It flew. It actually can fly.
Oh, okay.
No, stay away, stay away, stay away.
Oh, they just wanted a hug.
This one.
Bug.
Bug! The understatement of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more out of bounds here. This one can be a little bit tricky. Oh, okay, we actually
Wow,
got
we get
out.
lots of first tries today.
Getting out before that crab starts messing with you, that can be very annoying. Again, she has to go off of very specific visual cues of when to start turning in certain directions. Since, as you can see, it's mostly a dark void she has to fly through.
If you go too far, you end up getting stuck. You could even potentially soft lock the game.
We're coming up on the final part of the run here. She has to hit this void, and then she's going to get one more pretty simple out of bounds right here. She just kind of wedges Superman's big hitbox in between the pole and the wall, and it's going to get him out there. You can also have the crabs just punch you out of bounds. So you got a couple of potential options there. All right. So now we're going over here to find this bomb. Pick it up. It's going to be a little weird picking it up.
And also does not agree with Superman how he flies.
You are not lifting that with your hands. All right, so get ready on time. It's going to be coming up here very soon, actually.
Man.
We're going to slowly try to get it down. We're going to use our second power-up for the one and only time in the run. We're going to hit it with the heat ray. Go through this teleporter in 3, 2, 1, time. Woo!
Headstrong. It was 36:48.
Well, that's world record.
That's world record, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a world record.
Oh my god.
Also, this camera that you're seeing here is the product of beating the game. Entering that last area gives you this lovely camera, and you get to play with it if you continue to play the game.
It does not stop until you turn off the console, or at least reset the console. So if
Just
she
a
goes
quick
back
show
into a
here.
new game, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go into here real quick.
In short time, your fate will be sealed,
Oh,
Superman.
and you guys get to see a little bit of ring flying real quick too, in case you were missing out on that.
For all those at home who really wanted those rings, here you go. This is for you.
Except with a
no
drunk
time to
camera.
waste.
Oh my.
This lovely drunk camera here.
So actually, the funny thing about this camera is every time you beat the game without resetting your console, it will double up on this effect. And the second time you do it, it will flip the camera up and down like this in every interval.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it'll be
it's-
right
it's
side
pretty
up, upside
dramatic.
down, right side up, upside down. I'll just do it over and over and over again. Whoa, this skill. In all honesty, watching high-level players, so Headstrong and nobody else, play this, go through the rings is pretty impressive.
Oops. Whatever.
I'm not really prone
Hey!
to motion sickness, but there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, that is Superman 64, everybody.
Welcome to Awful Block.
I hope you all enjoy.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a fun ride.
Woo!